So instead of looking at rules as inhibitions, look at them as like, this is a good thing. This makes my job easier.
Right.
So I know if I do this, this happens. I know if I do this, have to do this.
Exactly. Yeah, I had a boss. I remember my old boss used to tell me, "I don't fire people. People fire themselves."
Absolutely.
That's true.
and I thought about that, and I was
Very
like,
true.
"That's true. That's very true." Because, oftentimes people want to bend and mend the rules to their situations, and I seen so and so do this or so and so do that. Like that really, really, really irks me. Just follow the rules. Like the rules have been set in place. Follow the rules. Do your part. Don't worry about anybody else. Just do your part.
Because what you find is when you didn't do it as a child, then these children grow up to be adults, and then when there are rules in place, they feel like,
issues with
well,
rules.
you trying to tell me what to do. Don't nobody tell me what to do. My own mama ain't even told me what to do. Like that doesn't sound.
There will always
right.
be
Like
there will always be rules and structure in whatever you do. Even when you go to jail, you got rules. So everything that you're trying to avoid as far as rules and having your freedom, when you go to jail, you don't have any more rules. I mean, freedom or whatnot. There's rules and structure that you have to follow.
So I read an article that said that some of the benefits of having routines for kids, like rules, routines, is that they eliminate power struggles.
That's interesting.
What do you think about that?
Power struggles with with you and your
I mean, with I guess whomever the rule.
parent versus child.
I mean, I guess that's where it starts.
Okay.
But just going on living the rest of your life, it eliminates some of those power struggles. So, like, if I go to work every day and I know that the rule is X, Y, and Z, well, if I break it and my boss, gives me a consequence, well, I really don't have a leg to stand on if that was the rule.
Right.
Right, because they've grown up submitting to someone else. That makes rules for them, like child to mother, not like person to person. But I could pretty much agree with that article, because it's going to make them less prone to breaking rules, because at home where it begins, these rules are set. And there's a consequence for breaking these rules at home.
Always.
So if I go outside and break
There
this rule,
should be a consequence.
There should be.
Exactly.
There should be.
But if I go outside and break this rule, or if I go as an adult, if I go to work and break rules, then they have it. What I'm saying is they have it instilled in their minds that there's always going to be, or there should be, a consequence for breaking rules.
Yeah, there needs to be. Without consequence, there will be no change.
True. But the one thing, like I said, like one of the things I always appreciated about my mom is me being able to be able to think for myself, because it's certain rules sometimes as a growing up as an African American male, like it's not fair. So you have to we get frustrated with certain rules because we feel like that those rules don't have our best interest or whatnot. So I could see where some people have problems with certain rules or whatnot. So I think with that, you have to teach your child how to deal with rules that may not seem fair and or their best interest. Like you have to teach them how to deal with that, or it's going to be a problem.
And one of our people on Facebook just said, she said that she's very indecisive now, and she thinks it's a result because her parents not allowing her to make her own choices. They did everything.
Right.
And she said she wishes that they would have just kind of questioned their decisions to let her
have some type of input in it. You have to listen to your child, because you can't. I don't believe in forcing your child to do certain things that if they don't have a genuine interest in it, or they're not totally buying into it, then maybe you need to find something else, because it's not fair.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's
I did not want to play piano.
And I don't think you should have. I mean,
but I did.
I mean,
I wanted to play the drums so bad.
And I feel like you should have played the drums.
Okay.
And the funny thing is my twin brother had to play the guitar, and he wanted to, but now he's a jazz artist and he plays more of the organ and the piano, instead of my parents just allowing him to choose to play the piano.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm no longer
I think that you should allow your children, I mean, within reason,
Right.
I think that you should allow them to try a lot of different things.
Right.
I mean, I think that sports, especially, is a
Oh, yeah.
fantastic way of building structure, routine,
Right.
that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. You guys, let's take another quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking about some benefits of routines, some strategies, some solutions. Also, we're going to take some calls from you guys, 314-714-4200. You're on with Control Chaos on iWatchRadio.com. We'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that.
Is the camera?
Welcome back.
Okay.
You're on with Control Chaos on iWatchRadio.com.
We were jamming on
Man, we was
break.
back here
Yes.
jamming. Had karaoke, Control
Mariah
Chaos night.
Carey. What's the Boys and Men's guy name?
Wanye.
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 Yeah.
Wanye,
Back
right
here
here.
killing it. I
If you
told
guys
you I can
love
sing.
karaoke,
I
we're
can
at
sing.
Cyberg, 270 in
I can
Dorchester. Every
sing.
Monday night, come check us out.
The boy is good. The boy is
This
good. The boy can sing.
Yeah,
The boy can sing.
Okay.
You
All right.
didn't want to sing a duet with
We'll
me
let-
last time I was there.
We'll let
Get
Wanye
you.
do it.
Structure.
Man, structure. Okay. So he didn't have any structure. Ta-da.
I
Ta-da.
think gonna get him back.
I ain't studying done.
It's all good. It's
know,
all
baby.
good.
Call us up, 314-714-4200.
Man, we up in here kicking it.
Yes, we
We
are.
up
I
in
ain't
here
got
kicking
much
it.
structure.
If they
He
could
said
only-
nothing about it.
Man, please. I said I had structure.
Really? Growing
Oh.
up, you had structure?
I'll tell you
Well,
all about
Laren
it.
had enough for both of us to put together.
You're right.
Right.
Don, so
Man.
when you were 17 and 18, did you get to do whatever you wanted to do?
And
And what
Should-
was it?
No, let's ask this question. A real question.
Mhm.
I mean, not to say it wasn't a
No,
real
go ahead,
question.
that's fine.
But do you think that, like, if you have a boy and a girl, the structure should be the same, or do you think the male structure should be different than the female structure?
Good question.
Just honestly, call us up. Answer that question. But you answer that, please.
I mean, naturally, I would say it's gonna be. It should be different because I think it's a big difference between having a daughter and a son. Like, if your son gets a female pregnant, necessarily he's not bringing a child home.
You went for the gusto, didn't you?
I mean,
Right.
that's like the epitome.
Sometimes
That's like at the top.
I was thinking
She said
like
17, 18.
Oh, I was thinking like 13.
No,
I
no,
was
she was saying
whoa.
like 17, 18, right?
Okay.
You know, so I'm
Okay.
thinking worst case scenario or whatever, you know. Ultimately, I think it should be the same rules. You shouldn't have any biased rules or whatnot. Wrong is wrong. If you wouldn't allow your daughter to do it, you shouldn't allow your son to do it. Does that happen? I don't think that happens all the time. I think that there are certain types of gender rules that that people kind of follow, as far as like there's always like the curfew thing. I think that guys are capable of like they may be able to stay out later than girls. Like why is that? I don't know. But why? I mean,
So the dude could smash and dash.
Right.
but then dude, I knew dudes that could stay out.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's how it is in most cases.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But to me, that's even more dangerous nowadays. Like letting your young teenage child out roam the streets late at night or whatever. They should have a certain time. They should be at home too, because it's so much that they can get in trouble. It's just too much.
Did you
Too
all have
much.
curfew?
I had a
Like in
curfew.
the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
There
so.
was.
There was.
Because
There
where
was.
I'm in the small city that I'm from,
Brooklyn, Illinois.
no, Venice, Illinois. So, but wait, there was a siren that, I'm serious, like there
Heat.
there was a siren that went off at 9 o'clock.
That was it. Well,
Did
we
you
had the
all-
porch
did
light.
you all have-
We had the
no,
porch
this
light.
was citywide. Like this was at the fire at the city hall.
Oh no, we ain't had that.
Oh, you can see what we're talking about.